Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new for 2013 Shark Race R Pro helmet, available at RevZilla.com. So the Race R Pro's been in the line. In 2013, it got a nice little change. In our eyes, it's a massive change. This helmet is now dramatically quieter and it fits dramatically better. You saw it in our 2013 Best of Helmet Buying Guide because honestly, for track day use, this is the guide that we're recommending to a ton of people when they're not interested in a Corsair 5. It's gonna fall in that same category as a Shoei X12, as an SR1 from Schuberth. Again, super premium. This is a race replica. This is the Randy DePugnier model. Now let's talk about these nuances. And remember, click right here to buy it now at RevZilla.com. You can find it on our Shark page. The nuances are going to be the fit. The fit on last year's Race R Pro, which the guts of the helmet or the exterior and a lot of the tech features are the same, was really a neutral oval. This is now an intermediate oval with a more all-encompassing cheek pad system, a much more premium liner. It's using a new style bamboo organic liner that's waterproof, or it's wicking, it's antimicrobial, it's going to be antibacterial. But the other key thing that it does is they've changed the entry and exit to this helmet and made it much more sufficient for race riding. What they've done is they've added this almost elasticated curtain, this neck roll that's further encompassing. You see the red liner here. What it's going to do is it's going to create a dramatic seal around the rider's head. Notice how it comes in along the cheek and jawline here. You still have the pull here in the front, but what it's done is in wind tunnel testing, they found that it's 4 decibels quieter, 4.5 decibels quieter. That is dramatic in how quiet and stable this helmet now is when you take out all of that turbulence mix that would create that noise from up underneath. Again, that is the big selling point here. It's going to be fit, it's going to be noise level moving to 2013 with the key changes here on the Race R Pro. And keep in mind, intermediate oval head shape, it should fit most people that aren't extreme long ovals or round head shapes, and we ship for free, exchange for free, no restock fee if you need to send it back to us. So don't worry if you have to buy it online. No big deal. Also, I'd love to hear a gut reaction to the new style fitting Race R Pro. Click right here and subscribe to us at RevZilla TV. Leave us your comments and your questions. Now, diving back in, let's start with the outside and work our way in. Carbon fiber and Kevlar biaxial belted shell, super strong, multi-density EPS. We know these features. It's Snell and DOT rated, I'm sorry, it's ECE and DOT rated, and this bad boy in size large is 3 pounds, 10 ounces. So it's going to be very light. For frame of reference, some of the Arai helmets that aren't the Corsair 5 are in that 3 pound, 10 ounce range. Again, these are lightweight helmets that are performed to be bulletproof if you go down the track. Looking at our vent scheme, 5 intakes, 7 exhaust. So multi-position chin spoiler down here along the front. You have a brow vent up top, 2 big intakes along the top of the helmet that you can easily find. It's cool. They're kind of like little shark dorsal fins there that you'd move with your glove. And then moving into the back, there's your 5 intakes. And then moving into the back, and actually there's 2, 1 on each side. That's how you end up with 5. And then moving to the side here, you're going to see passive exhaust on the side of the helmet. You have a passive Venturi exhaust on the top of the helmet. You have 2 exhausts here with this double blade spoiler, which is really meant to be stable in the tuck position. This is a race helmet that you are going to wear in this position. It's going to create downforce when your chin's on the tank and keep it stable at speed. And then there's also 2 winglets on the side that are going to suck air out of the helmet. So again, remember, 5 intakes, air comes in. Now that vacuum effect, that low pressure behind this sphere at high speed, chin on the tank, and it's going to give you a better chance to stay cool and stay comfortable. And keep in mind too, it's a really easy face shield removal mechanism. And the nice part, optically correct, class 1 shield, 4.2 millimeters in the center, tapering to 3 millimeters on the sides, tear-off posts included, so you're getting a really beefy, bomb-proof shield that's bred for the racetrack that's going to take abuse. That's a nice feature that we don't see some of the competitors doing. Again, you would step down to something like the Speed R or the Vision R if you're looking for a non-race version using a lot of the same Shark technology. Now, if I move it underneath, and I already showed you the bottom, let's swing into the guts here. I'm going to start removing things. Neck roll here, because it is so all-encompassing, it's a different breed, and it's a little tougher to get in and out. If I pull it from the back, it's going to come out that way. I want to be mindful of the front here. Come always back to front with the Shark neck rolls. You're going to notice that it's this super premium wicking material, very soft against your skin. Again, it creates that accordion effect that gives you that nice big seal. And then you can see on the inside, notice this cutaway. It's actually built for the Sharktooth system if you want to use their OEM Bluetooth communicator. And then the interior guts on this helmet are just dramatically different than last year. Notice with Shark, they have those two little pads at the temples for eyeglasses that you can remove if you want to wear glasses with it. Again, antimicrobial, antibacterial, wicking with this bamboo-infused liner. Cheek pads come out. Very simple. Notice the contour of these. They're going to hug your face very tightly. And then the comfort liner is actually one of the bigger stories here. Snaps in the back, you work it to the front, and it connects at the brow. And notice, I always talk about this. I love that there's no snaps up front. It snaps into the plastic of the brow where it vents, and you have your two tabs in the back, again, under the occipital ridge of your head, so you're not going to feel those. And notice the beefiness of the 3D factor here. Remember, these changes are what dramatically have changed this helmet's fit and performance and quiet for 2013. If you come in here, you could see the red liner here that's going to vent a ton of air. Shark also does something very different that not a lot of folks do. And here I'm removing my ear pads here that stick in. You'd remove them if you want to put a Bluetooth unit in, and they do have slight speaker cutaways here, where if you can see here really quickly, I'm pointing to it, you can see that speaker cutaway. And then notice the shark fin system. This is dramatic. It's part of the energy management system, the multi-density EPS. You can see those 10mm vent holes poking through. But what it also does is it creates space for the air to circulate. And when air is able to circulate, you're going to get better evaporative cooling effect from your head. It's going to keep you more comfortable, keep you cooler. And remember, in a race helmet, when you're not thinking about how hot you are, you're not thinking about how heavy the helmet is, you're not thinking about any pressure points because it fits you correctly, you're safe, you're focused, you're in the zone, and you're on race line. And that's really what they're going for here. So again, in our opinion, the RevZilla Pro has emerged in the last couple of years as to be a serious contender in that super premium mix of race-oriented helmets. Click right here, buy it now at RevZilla.com. And as I said, we ship for free, exchange for free, no restock fees if you need to send it back to us. And keep in mind as well, if you want to talk through the nuances, get help with sizing, walk through any of the pieces you might be investigating and comparing and contrasting it with any other helmets out there like a S.W.A.T, an Arai, or a Schubert, give our Gear Geeks a shout. See us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Find the Shark RevZilla Pro at RevZilla.com/shark. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.